quick video, Don J here. I'm going to teach you 3 methods to increase your foot speed. This came from one of my people on Instagram, and I want to deliver this to everybody because a lot of people don't understand how to increase their foot speed or what actually increases their foot, okay? Very quickly, very briefly, we're going to start with exercises that you need. And I'm not talking about exercises in regard to on the drums. You need to get your ankles situated in a way that they can posture. For me, a lot of people can double. These are 3 double patterns, right? A lot of people can double like this. A lot of people can double like this, the bounce or the rebound. But for me, I have to double sliding. The reason being is I broke my ankle. No! And then I fractured my ankle some years later. I wish you could feel it. Literally, my ankle is not a nice little round thing. It's this like dot that sticks out like this. That's all I got. I got this and then bone. Side story to that too, I never actually used that as an excuse. When I broke my ankle, I remember showing up to the church like maybe a month or so later and playing in my boot. I'm just playing and I could barely move and I'm just. When you want something that bad, nothing stops you. Absolutely nothing stops you. And so it healed in a funky way, but I never use that as an excuse not to play. The best experience I've ever had in life came from playing. Just imagine you get invited to overseas, you get invited to play things, you get invited to arenas, and you get places and they treat you like a freaking king and all this stuff. And it's literally because you took the time to do something past your 9 to 5 and be excellent regardless. I broke my ankle, but I was excellent regardless. And I'm sorry, guys, I'll preach a whole sermon if you let me. These are 3 different exercises that will help you in your ankle or your drum foot speed, okay? One is something I like to call the monster exercise. So it's very simple. Monster because it's just in your face, right? So 1, 2. Now, there's a reason why I do that is because it needs muscle memory. You need to use your brain to time the other hits. Much different from just going like this. Because what's going to happen is if you increase your foot speed and you want to play it somewhere, which you do, why increase your foot speed and you can't play it anywhere? You won't know how to use muscle memory around the kit, even in the basic form. So imagine playing something, you're like, you want to be able to utilize your muscle memory. So that's why you have this tactic here. So second one is going to be my favorite. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Dribbling. Nothing increases your foot speed like dribbling. The reason being it's very consistent. And again, tapping into the muscle memory. It's very consistent and it's just a simple back and forth. But the most consistent thing with dribbling is when you get on drums, a lot of drummers don't talk about this, but your ergonomics on your toms will always change. It's something you lock into when you get on the kit. You know how much force this tom gives, how much force this one gives, how much force that one gives. You don't put too much time and effort into it, which a lot of times you see drummers, when they get to gigs, they sit down and they're like, because you're locking in the muscle memory. This one gives me a lot of leeway because it's nice and tight. This one does not. So I can put my light elbow into this, but I gotta really dig into this one. And that's why you see the dynamic change. So that's where dribbling comes in. The reason why you want to do it around the kit is because It increases that muscle memory speed. This is for your hand and foot. But the foot ergonomic going back and forth, it's your ankle. You want your brain to remember how much force is in your ankle. Watch how my foot comes back further and further when I'm dribbling. This is for your muscle memory, okay? This is how you increase your foot speed dramatically. Literally, you have to learn what your force is going to look like. And so if I stay here on the top, I'm not creating enough force and muscle memory to understand that the bounce needs to take place, and I need to obey the ergonomics of the bass drum and the floor tom versus obeying my stance. Listen to the dribble and how sloppy it sounds when I stay back here also. So you have to obey those ergonomics. Start small, get yourself the tempo app in. All right. The third one is gonna be what I call the Gerald Hayward. I'm gonna put it in groove form so you can understand, right? 2 separate grooves, listen to the double, increase your foot speed. 1, 2, 3. Now, for the sake of speed, Gerald does play that a lot faster. Dudes are crazy. This is crazy, bro. But I want you to practice that over and over. So this is the first one I want you to practice over. And the second one. Right? That's what I want you to practice ultimately. If you can't get the fast, I want you to practice the that's going to give you a crap load of foot speed. And what that'll do is I'll work on your hamstring, I want to call it, quadricep, hamstring, whatever. Whichever one's in the front, excuse me, sorry, Dr. Mike, I messed that up. Anyway, whichever one's in the front, that's going to heavily work that. Yo, here's a bonus for you, okay? Crazy way to induce your foot speed, like insanely. And what will also kind of double the foot speed time that it takes to do stuff like dribbling. That's gonna be triplets, okay? There's 2 exercises I want you to do. The first one is gonna be regular triplets. And syncopated triplets. We always talk about syncopation here. This is the channel for syncopation. Syncopated triplets. Right? So let's do that with the snare and hear what that sounds like. Let's slow that down. Let's slow that down. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3 with the snare. enough for me right now. I want you guys to practice. Go home and practice those. If you need more, go to donj.com. We have a lot of stuff coming your way. And these things are going to help you. These videos are going to help you. There's a whole course, guys. There's a whole student course. $12 a week, $17 a week, $103 a week is the one where that's like advice. I give you resources. I give you actual websites, the stuff that I use. I give you working resources. But the lessons, $17, $12. Guys, I really want you to come far, go far. I do not believe I'm better than you. I don't. I believe that I went through the ranks of what could be like musical torture in hell, military stuff, just so that I can get to a nice, amazing career. I want you to do the same. I'm no better than you. The only thing that separates me from you is the season. And if you would take my hand and allow me to help you, I can give you the season. If you do the work and you do the resource management and you do the networking, I can help you, okay? DonJ.com, DAHNJAY.com. I will see you at the next one.